Good morning, traders. How are you on this beautiful morning? The sun is glaring into my window here. Today is Tuesday, the 25th of October, in case you don't know what the day is. And today, guys, we're going to look back at yesterday's trades. We're going to look at today's potential trades. And we're going to look at the news for today as well. And during the recap, guys, I'm going to look at how we can refine our entries. And your job as a trader is to look for confluence. Okay, so we're going to discuss all of this in today's vid. Keep my editor happy. We have a Discord channel now, guys. The link is in the comments below the vid. Come join that. Speak to like-minded traders. The community is growing nicely. Tomorrow, guys, the live stream is back. Woohoo! I've missed the live stream. So, yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, guys, 6:30 a.m. London GMT. Get your thinking caps on. Get all your questions ready for the live stream tomorrow morning. I look forward to not seeing you, but hearing you. Or, yeah, I'm not sure. Right, guys. And also, yeah, if you're interested in being mentored by myself, then please email us at hellosimplyforex@gmail.com. Right, guys, that's all that. Let's get on with today's business. So, first of all, guys, we're going to look back at yesterday's trades, okay? So, we had 4 potential trades, and the first one was this. This was the US dollar against the Canadian dollar, okay? And I was looking for shorts. So, remember, your day chart is why. Why was I looking for shorts? Well, let me tell you. So, price for me was in an uptrend. Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. Well, sorry, it didn't create a higher high. Yeah, this is always a telltale sign that price could be breaking down. And then sure enough, it does. Okay, and then we get a lower low. It breaks these lows here. So for me, we're in a downward structure. And then price has come back up. And basically, it's tested these highs. Yeah, if I move those highs across the chart, you can see it's reacted here at these highs, it's reacted here, okay, and it reacted here as well, okay? So we've had all this selling pressure at these highs, and we're in a downward structure, okay? So we were looking for shorts. If I zoom in, guys, just so you can see the candle we were looking at, it was this candle here, yeah, coming off of these highs that I spoke of earlier. Okay, so the idea was just come from one of our grey zones and then take it back down to this blue line here. Okay, so that was the idea for US dollar, Canadian dollar. Let's look at the H1 now to see how we got in this pair and how we traded this pair. So, yeah, so I don't start trading to around here, around this time here, guys, all right? So the first candle that was of interest was this for me, okay? I know it didn't quite hit our grey zone, okay? And it was a little bit aggressive, okay? But I did explain in yesterday's daily analysis that we could trade the first bearish engulfing bearish candlestick pattern that we saw. And this here, this candle was the first bearish candlestick pattern that we saw. Okay. So once I see this candle, guys, your job as a trader is to collect confluence. Yeah. As many reasons why you should take this trade. Yeah. That's your job on the trader. So on the day chart, I was collecting confluence as to why we should trade this pair short. And now I'm on the H1, I'm doing the same. I'm still looking for confluence, yeah, to give me the confidence to take this pair lower. So I saw this was our first bearish candlestick pattern, okay? And then what I do from here, guys, is drop down to the M15, okay? So if we drop down to the M15 chart, and what we're seeing here, if I zoom in, yeah, this candle here, yeah, was that H1 candle. Okay. So these candles here were the H1 candle that I was looking at. Okay. But more importantly, at this stage, yeah, price structure has broken down. Okay, so we was clearly in an uptrend in the M15. Yeah, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. And then we get a structure break. Yeah, when these lows are broken on the M15, this is another piece of confluence. Yeah, to take this price lower, to take this pair lower. So we've got our H1 bearish candlestick pattern. Okay, that gives us confidence. And I've seen a breakdown in M15 structure that gives us confidence. Okay, so how I entered the market. So your first job is to collect confluence. So we've got our daily confluence, and then we had our H1 confluence that I've just explained. We've got a bearish H1 candle, and we've got a breakdown in M15 structure. Once we have this confluence, our next job is to where can we best enter the trade? Yeah, which area will give me the best value to enter the trade? All right. And the M15 chart is a really good chart to refine your entry. All right. So what happened, guys, is I'm looking for shorts, yeah? And then this happened. Okay. We had a break of M15 structure, but this last low here, yeah, this last low here is now a very good place to enter your short. Yeah, it doesn't matter what time frame you're on, guys. The markets love this pattern. What was once support, when it comes up, it becomes resistance. Okay, and then it moves down. All right. So, bearing this price action on the M15, I actually got in literally here. So on this retrace here, which coincided with these last lows. Okay, so the M15 is a great chart to refine, to get your entry really accurate and at a very good price. All right, so if we go back to the H1 now, let's see how our trade carried on. So remember, this was our entry candle. I got that retrace that I was looking for. Okay, so I entered here. I put my stop above the high of this candle. And then basically, guys, I just about got my risk to reward of 1:1. Okay, put my stop here. All right, so once I got my risk to reward of 1:1, I closed 80% here. Okay, guys. And I've explained why I trade the 80-20 rule and close 80% at risk to reward of 1:1, because I'm not very good at letting 100% of the trade run. Yeah, you need to be honest with yourself and trade it. But also, in these volatile markets, I would suggest the 80-20 rule is a good rule to adopt. Because, as you know, guys, 1 minute price is shooting up, and we're in a long, we're thinking this is brilliant, I'm going to close this for, you know, risk to reward 1:3, and then it shoots back down and takes our stop out. So taking profits early in these volatile markets is generally a good idea. So this 80-20 rule in volatile markets is also a good technique to use. Okay, so yeah, I close 8, but then as you can see, this candle here took out my stop. Okay, but this candle here also gave us another opportunity to enter the trade. Yeah, for me, this has come up and hit our grey zone. Yeah, and then we've had this huge rejection wick at our grey zone. Okay, so, you know, what's not to like about this entry candle as well? So I entered on this one, closed 80%, got stopped out of 20%, and then I re-entered this trade as well, guys, okay, with this candle here. Okay, and then, guys, I've got a little bit of a retrace up to here. Okay, got a little bit of a retrace. I put my stop above here. Okay, and the idea is to basically take price. Obviously, if this candle and the risk to reward made sense, I would close, 80% of my trade here. And that should be about a risk to reward of 1:1. So Once it reaches down to this grey zone, I'll close 80% of my trade, and then I'll let the remaining 20% run, guys. Okay, so we've had 2 bites at the cherry of this one. The first one took some profit. The second one I'm still in. All right, so we'll see what happens with this today. But if we look at the daily candles, guys, yeah, I still like it. Yeah, I still like this for a short. Still got this bearish candle, and although this was a green bullish candle, we've still got this wick that rejected our grey zone. So at least down to this grey zone, I think is possible, and then even potentially this. All right, guys. So US dollar, Canadian dollar. Yeah, lots of interesting things to talk about with this pair, and we're in profit so far. All right. Okay, so that was US dollar, Canadian dollar from yesterday. The next trade was this. This was the Aussie dollar against the Japanese yen. All right. And we were looking to short this pair. So price was clearly in a downtrend, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, and then it come back up and retested these highs. Okay. And then we've had these, well, 3 days of these rejection wicks that have been rejecting this level, which potentially still tells me we can come lower. Okay. Potentially down to here. But I'm not going to trade these doji candles. You will find you will see these across a lot of the yen pairs, guys. Yeah, because of that intervention on the yen pairs on Friday, you will see a lot of this just price not knowing what to do with itself. So yesterday it was a trade idea, but now we've had another doji. I'm just not interested on any of the yen pairs until it finds some sort of rhythm and tells us what it wants to do. Yeah, but this is just complete indecision. All right. However, from yesterday, because of this candle, we was looking to take price lower. Okay. So let's go down to the H1 chart and look what happened. So it became immediately difficult to trade this pair because at the open, yeah, we had just before, we just had all of this whipsaw-y price action, yeah, which becomes difficult to trade. But then we did have a couple of grey zones that we could have traded. I was looking at this candle potentially with this pair, yeah, because it broke these lows here. I was considering entering this and just to take price potentially back down to here. But I just didn't like the price action on these yen pairs, guys. It's just so messy. Yeah, up here, down here, down here, up here, down here. Yeah, it's just a bit too choppy, a bit too messy for me in hindsight, guys. All right. So Aussie dollar, Japanese yen. I was looking at this candle. Please let me know if you traded this pair or if you were looking at it. And I was considering this trade, put my stop above here. I would have got my risk to reward of 1:1, but I stayed out of this pair, guys. Didn't like it. All right. Next trade idea from yesterday was this. This was the euro against the Aussie dollar. And it was a simple, what was once resistance becomes support trade. Yeah. So this grey zone was obviously good resistance for this pair. And then once this resistance breaks and it comes down, this zone then becomes good support to come up. And as you can see, guys, look at this green candle. That's exactly what happened. Yeah. So the question is, could we get in on this pair? Because that was quite a strong reaction at that zone. All right. So H1 will tell us. And the answer is no. I would love to say, like I say, guys, I'll be very transparent with you. I could say I entered here. I'm a brilliant trader. You should follow me. And I took price out back up here. But the truth of it is, guys, I couldn't get in on this trade. Firstly, I don't start trading till around here, around this time here, guys, you know. So for me, once I looked at this pair, I thought, great, it's doing what we expected it to do. But what I needed to see, guys, was a retrace and then we could come higher. All right. But I just didn't get that retrace. Okay. Potentially, I mean, could I entered on here? It's just No is the answer. Yeah, I mean, if I got up a little bit earlier, could I entered here? Again, no is the answer, because realistically, I have to put my stop at least below here, this swing H1 low, and then the risk to reward doesn't make sense. So, however much I wanted to get in on this trade, yeah, I couldn't. But the entry candle would have potentially been this. So when price come down, was in a downward H1 structure, created the new lower high, but then it didn't come on down, and then we had this candle that broke these highs. Yeah, this would have been the candle to enter on, but I'm simply not looking at the charts at this time. So maybe you did, guys. Maybe some of you trade the Tokyo market and you got in on this candle. Well done, you. That would be a bloody marvelous trade back up to here. Great risk to reward, great everything. However, I would have taken profit at this level here, this last H1 high. Yeah, I would have closed 80% here. All right, guys. So, yeah, would love to say I got in on this trade, but I didn't. It didn't give me an opportunity to get in. But please, if you got in on this trade, let me know. Would love to hear from you. Leave a comment below the vid, or send us a message in the Discord channel. The fourth and final trade from yesterday was this. This was the pound against the New Zealand dollar. And we were looking to buy this pair. So price was clearly in an uptrend, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher low, sorry, not higher lows, but the lows held. Okay. And then once price got back to this grey zone, we were just looking for a reaction to potentially up to this blue line. All right. And as you can see, guys, if I zoom in a little bit, yeah, we definitely got a reaction. Okay. It didn't quite hit our blue target, but we definitely got a reaction at this zone. Okay, so again, let's see if we could get in on this pair on the H1. And again, guys, I wish I could tell you that I could get in on this pair, but I couldn't, yeah? But for me, the place to get in on this pair is this, yeah? But this is literally as the market opens. So once price has come down, we're in a downward trend on the H1, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, and then bang, yeah, we get a break of this area here. Okay, and then when price comes back down to here, this is the area to get in on. Yeah, and we see a rejection wick here, and to take price up from there, this was the area to get in on this pair. All right, guys. I mean, we could have got in on this candle as well, arguably. Yeah, this candle, because it broke these highs. Yeah, so when this candle breaks these highs, yeah, we could take price higher again. But again, guys, I couldn't get in on this pair. I was devastated. I couldn't get in on Euro Aussie dollar, couldn't get in on pound New Zealand dollar, and these were the trades that just flew. Again, because I don't start looking to the markets till around here. And again, if I did enter on this candle, for example, my risk to reward doesn't make sense. All right, guys, but the direction was good. So US dollar, Canadian dollar, guys, that was the one that I'm in profit and gave me some profit yesterday. And the last three trades I couldn't get in for the reasons I explained. So let me know how you traded it. Let's take a look at today's trades now. So, guys, yesterday made some profit on US dollar, Canadian dollar, and still in the trade. But the other pairs from yesterday, guys, I just couldn't get into. Unfortunately, we couldn't get into Euro Aussie dollar or pound New Zealand dollar because they're the trades that gave you the dollar bills. Maybe you did, guys. Let me know how you traded it. And if you enjoyed that recap, guys, then please come join us. Yeah, subscribe to the channel. Smash the notification button and also smash that like button. Help support the channel. Mercy beaucoup. Guys, the markets, you can still smell the volatility in the air. Yeah, I'm sure you can as well, guys. You can feel it. Yeah, there's still so much indecision in the markets. Is the dollar strength turning around? What the hell will yen do? Will there be more government intervention? Are the indices coming up to a level where we can short them again? You know, there's many questions in the market that are making it super volatile. Okay. And like I said in the recap, guys, potentially look for taking quicker profits. Yeah, if your risk to reward is 3:1, you might not get it. Yeah, so maybe take, you know, smaller profits, or even adopt my 80-20 rule. Take some profits, let it run. Okay, so guys, we've got 2 trade ideas for today, for Tuesday the 25th of October. But before we look at them, guys, a few things. Discord channel, in the link, there's a link in the comments below this vid. Come join us, talk about trading. It's wonderful. Got that, guys. Also, the live stream, woohoo, is back tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to that. I bet you've got 1,001 questions, because the markets have been crazy last few weeks. So, yeah, come and ask me as many questions as you like tomorrow. That's 6:30 a.m. London GMT. And also, guys, if you're interested in being mentored with myself one-on-one, then please email us at hello-simplyforex@gmail.com. Okay? All right, guys. Sorry, itchy eye. It's all the staring at screens all day. So, yeah, let's focus on the trade ideas for today now. So, Tuesday, the 25th of October, we've got 2 potential trades. And ironically, guys, they don't make sense with each other. But this is what I'm looking at, guys. So, US dollar, Canadian dollar. Okay, so we've been shorting this since last week. I've been shorting it from here. I've been shorting it from here. And we were shorting it from here yesterday. So we've been shorting this because of these large red candles and the fact that it's in a downtrend for me. Yeah, we had higher highs, higher lows, didn't create a higher high. This is always a red flag that price could be breaking down. And then sure enough, it breaks down, breaking below these lows here. So structure is in a downtrend. And then price, as I said, has come back up to these highs here. Okay, and it's just been testing them, and then testing them again. Okay, so sellers keep pushing this price down, guys. Yeah, and it feels to me like sellers are slowly taking control of this market downwards. If you look at all the green candles, this is what I say about reading the candles, guys. If you look at all of these green candles that are fighting against the sellers, they're not as strong as the red candles, yeah, as the sellers. Yeah, even this green candle has a wick. So just by looking at the candles, it feels to me like red candles are winning, and therefore sellers are winning. Sellers are taking control of this market. Okay, and that's obviously reflected on the dollar index as well. So for those reasons, we're looking for short. So if we drop down to the H1, yeah, we will look for our execution areas, zones, grey zones, support and resistance zones, whatever you want to call them. So I've slightly refined them to take into account this action. Okay, so what could happen, guys? Remember, we're looking for short. So price could come back up, retest this grey zone, we get a bearish reaction, and then we take price lower. I would close 80% of my trade at this grey zone, yeah, and then leave 20% to run. Okay, so that's the first thing that could happen. The second thing, guys, is this. So this grey zone, the lower grey zone, because of this low here, yeah, this grey zone here is an important level. Okay, so if we zoom back in, what we want to see is price breaking down of this grey zone, okay, and with H1 structure. That will happen naturally. But yeah, if we get a breakdown of H1 structure coming below this grey zone, just follow the H1 structure down, okay, you can find a good entry where you can hide behind the last swing high on the H1, yeah? So if you follow that structure, it tells you where to put your stop above the last H1 swing high. Yeah, because it's a logical place to put your stop. If price breaks that stop, then H1 structure has broken. All right. So yeah, these are the things I'm looking for on US dollar, Canadian dollar, but we're looking to short this pair. Okay, guys. So That's the first trade idea. The second one is this, but this is contradictory to the US dollar Canadian dollar. So US dollar Canadian dollar suggests shorts, suggests that Canadian dollar is getting stronger and the dollar is getting weaker. Whereas this trade idea is the opposite. This would be US dollar weakness, strength, sorry. Yeah, guys, you know this chart now. Euro US dollar, we spoke about it enough in the Discord channel. You guys plotted this chart. Yeah, this is what you showed me on how to plot this chart. All right, so you plotted this chart. I agreed with you. So because of that, because of this downward channel, yeah, and because of this area of resistance on this chart, yeah, this area here has become a significant area for this pair. All right. So, and also, guys, yesterday I was reluctant to trade it. Yeah, because we've got this super bullish candle. Yeah, I don't want to short that. Okay. But then yesterday we get a doji. So again, this is what I talk about when I say read the candles as they enter your grey zone. This is just as important as your entry candle. Okay. So this candle told me do not look for shorts. The next candle, this doji, tells me buyers are slowing down. There's some indecision in the market. Yeah, sellers could take control of the market. Buyers could carry on. But the important thing here is there's indecision. Yeah, sellers could take control. Whereas with this candle, sellers are not taking control. Okay, so price buyers are slowing down into this grey zone. All right. So what we could look for, there's a couple of things here, guys, really, because if price starts breaking out of this grey zone, yeah, retest it, and we look to the upside, yeah, we've had a break of this triangle, okay, then we're looking for longs all day long. Yeah, these are good long setups. Okay. However, and that would support my US dollar Canadian dollar theory. So if we drop down to the H1, there are a couple of things that can happen. So if we see price continue in this upward trend, yeah, because it's in an upward trend on the H1, higher highs, yeah, it's broken that high. If we keep seeing this action come out of this grey zone, then we're looking for longs, but it needs to leave this grey zone. So this could be a day away, to be honest. Whereas today, yeah, if we get a breakdown in H1 structure today, yeah, uses this level, then it's coming back into the triangle and we can look for shorts. All right, guys, the euro US dollar is really teetering on the edge. Where will it go? It could break that triangle and go higher. Let the H1 structure guide you, and or it could come back into the triangle and start coming lower. Again, let the H1 structure guide you. All right, guys. So, yeah, they're the two trade ideas for today. US dollar, Canadian dollar, I'm looking for short, but euro US dollar, we need for it to tell us what it's going to do on the H1. All right, guys. And that's it for today, guys, because there's all the other pairs. The yen pairs are untradeable. Some pairs are hitting into resistance or support, and I just can't trade them. So, yeah, it was a difficult markets to find some trades today. But, yeah, there's a couple of ideas there. Right, let's take a look at the news now. Guys, if you're enjoying this daily morning analysis, I hope you are, then come join us. Subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button, and also smash the like button. Help support the channel. Thank you. News for Tuesday, the 25th of October. So the first piece of news that we're interested in, guys, is this. At 9 o'clock, London GMT, we've got the business climate coming out of Germany. Okay, so, yeah, this could move any euro pair. If we carry on down, guys, the only other piece of news that we're interested in is this. At 3 o'clock, London GMT, coming out of the US, we've got more consumer confidence. So again, this can move any US dollar pair. But that's it, guys. A pretty light news day, so you are free to trade. Guys, that's it. I hope you've enjoyed the vid. If you have, please subscribe, like, and share. I hope you have a fantastic trading day, and I'll see you tomorrow for the live stream. See you later.